Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 13th to the 19th. This is for Pisces, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology, my guides, to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Astrology's been around for thousands of years. That's why I use it. It's had major influence in divination, including tarot, which came out in the 14th century. And so, Pisces, the other thing is I really love you. And I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. We go really deep when astrology and tarot is combined. Now, this week, Pisces, big week, okay? Your ruling planet, Neptune, is actually really active, and you're so imaginative, and it's really just, there is going to be a Sun Neptune conjunction. Just really let your imagination go wild this week. I really love this week for you, especially, what day is it? March 16th. Venus is entering Taurus, okay? And that's huge. And Venus, the planet of love and romance and passion and money and sex and, everything that you would think that Venus represents is going into its home sign. And so it's almost like a homecoming. Feels really good. It's at its best. You're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be there for a couple weeks. So it's an absolutely gorgeous aspect. It's a beautiful aspect. That's one of the major alignments happening this week. Now, for you particularly, Pisces, that's in your third house. Okay, so that rules communication. It rules siblings. It even rules short distance travel. So you could find so much joy right now in those areas, like especially like communicating with your siblings or just driving short distances to see your siblings. But when I say siblings as well, it is like brothers and sisters and whatnot. It's not always biological. Think of it as like your, bro, right? Or your soul sister, all right? So there could be some really nice moments that you have. Again, this is an aspect that's going to be happening for a couple weeks. And it's such a great aspect of Venus and Taurus. I want you to treat yourself too, okay? Pisces, we're coming out of like some really heavy duty months, and we're moving into a brand new era with Venus and Taurus. It's a good time to, Venus also rules beauty, right? And like think spa, like go get a foot massage. In fact, actually, Pisces, traditionally, like Pisces rules the feet, okay? The feet and the brain, it's connected. So that's why people get foot massages, right? It just feels good, and it brings that clarity. And anyway, I'm not going to get too much into it. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I talk a lot. So let's go ahead and get into it, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you from March 13th to the 19th. Again, this is for Pisces, Sun, and Rising. And again, just one last thing. If you did see my monthly reading, or if you saw the my last weekly reading, Saturn has officially gone into your sign. So Pisces, this is going to be a big week. You're going to start feeling it. You will start feeling it, and I'm very excited for you. So let's go ahead and get started, Pisces. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does give the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, you'll see my dog has joined me again for today, and she decided, and she likes to sleep up here with me. And so I have to make do with the table space. You'll see that I will pull the cards up one by one. And lastly, Pisces, I love you. You're amazing. You're amazing. I love you. I always, bring up like the Pisces that, are have had such an impact on this world. I don't know if you read this, Pisces. Fortune magazine actually came out with a story. They took, I think it's the top 300 billionaires of the world or whatever, and they broke it down by sign, by astrological sign. So what sign has the most what billionaires are, what sign are they? Guess where you were? Out of all the billionaires in the world, you were the second. That's amazing. It was like Libra was number one. There were more Libra billionaires in the world. And then secondly, it was Pisces. So, hey, you have to have a big vision. And again, remember, y'all are so visionary, so imaginary. I really love that, Pisces. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Look at this. Look at this. This is, wow. Okay. You're going to have to let things go, but this is a good week to really get really deep, okay? Now, you got the Queen of Cups. This is, for me, incredibly mind-blowing, all right? Because the Queen of Cups, I've done the majority of the signs. The Queen of Cups has come up, and these cards get a really good shuffle, and I always do a meditation before every sign. This Queen of Cups has come up in about 9 of the signs exactly in the past area. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Because think about astrologically, all those big placements with the full moon in Virgo that we had last week, with Saturn entering Pisces, and then we had Venus sextiling Mars, we had Mercury sextiling Uranus. I mean, it's just really mind-blowing for me. But the Queen of Cups is just saying that, hey, look at that. You've had that moment to sit there and think about the things that you love, to think about the people that you love in your life, and think about yourself as well. Self-love, right? Queen of Cups rules. She's a queen because she rules with her heart. She thinks with her heart. And she has all that love for all the people in her family, in her world, in her kingdom, in her empire, but also for herself, okay? Now, she is also very intuitive, also very psychic. She is very Pisces, all right? I always say, Pisces, y'all are the most psychic out of all the signs. That's how intuitive you are. You rule the 12th house, okay? The subconscious and whatnot. But I love this for you because you're in such a great emotional state moving forward this week. Just having that love not only for yourself, but for other people in your world, in your kingdom. I really love that. But also just really being in the zone. Again, like I said, she's very intuitive. And y'all are so intuitive. So it's almost like I always say, the more that you tap into your intuition, it's easier to make decisions. It's easier to see through the fog. It's easier to move forward, right? So this is really amazing because look at that. Look, in the heart of your spread, you got the King of Cups. So here you go, Pisces. There you go. No other, you got the pair. You got the Queen and the King. All right, so this is very powerful because the Queen, their energies and their powers are internal. Okay, now the King, powers external. All right, their energies external. All right, so you have that balance in both worlds here. Now the King of Cups is in the heart of your spread, so this is really amazing because he's just like the Queen of Cups, right? But he's also mastered his emotions. He's really just on top. Look at his throne on top of water, right? And this is so you again, very Pisces, very Pisces. Listen, it's more like water. So he's more Scorpio, but it's still very water, right? There's why you can see, all the water. You can see the fish, the creativity. The fish is I love it when the fish come up in your reading because, you are the fish, right? And fishes, historically have so much reference. Even if you're, religious and believe in God, that the fish is the symbol of Jesus. It's rooted back to the Greek times. But anyway, listen, on top of your world, all right, emotionally, all right, so much heart, so much love to give. I love this for you, okay? This is really amazing. There's also a lot of sexual energy, by the way, FYI, in your reading, okay? So it's an energy that I'm picking up, and so this could be a very sexually active week. But remember, Venus is going into Taurus, so I mean, again, it makes sense. Now, here's the thing: you did get the Eight of Cups in your challenge area, and I call it the breakthrough area. Now, this is why I say you're gonna have to leave something behind because this is a card of he's moving forward, okay? Moving forward away from the cups. You see, it's an eclipse happening in the background. This is a game-changing moment. This is it's not an easy moment leaving. It's almost bittersweet, right? But he has a red cape. He has the power and the passion to move forward from something he knows is not serving him well, something that has, reached its expiration date, something that just is not fulfilling him anymore, all right? He knows there's something better, okay? And so it came in your challenge area. So I would really love for you to think about that thing that is going to keep you stable emotionally moving forward and leaving something behind that may be something you need to leave behind this week, okay? And think about, what does it relate for you in your life, okay? What is it that you may need to move forward from? One thing that I do want to remind you, and an energy that's coming through, remember I said that sex is coming through, so it can have to do with partnerships in a relationship, and that's just something for you to think about this week. But I want you to remember remember that the week before we had that full moon in Virgo, and if you saw my weekly reading, you know that was in your 7th house of partnerships, okay? And when I say partnerships, that's both romance and career, okay? So it could be a job too. It could be something that you're leaving behind that's going to, like, you've had this moment of clarity. You've really tapped into your intuition. You're there physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and you're like, all right, I'm going to move forward in this direction. I just got to leave this one thing behind. All right. So for some of y'all, it's going to be regarding a relationship. Okay. Or even partnership when it comes to career. Now, Ace of Wands in your crown. All right. So it does look like you're looking for something new. Aces bring in that new opportunity, that new change. This is all about inspiration, finding that inspiration to pursue that new thing in your life. And again, it can be a relationship, a new partnership. The aces again, that newness, right? Think about that newness, the hand of spirit offering this wand. All right, wands are fire, by the way, and so you see the little leaves sprouting. All right, so it's that potential and possibility to grow something new, go in this new direction, new path, new passion, new idea. You may have a brilliant idea, that really, I always say you're the Albert Einsteins. Albert Einstein was a Pisces. Okay, you may have that brilliant idea that it could be a book, it could be a screenplay, it could be a job, it could be a side hustle. Go for it. It looks like you want something new. Okay? Boom, you got the High Priestess. I love the fact that you got the High Priestess. Okay, now this is really interesting. Now, I want you to really tap into your intuition at this point. You can see your reading is all about intuition here. You got the Queen of Cups, you got the King of Cups, and you've got the Eight of Cups. You have this Eight of Cups with the Cups energy, emotions, but here we go. You got the High Priestess. Again, you see the eclipse happening here with the sliver of the moon. You see it here as well with the High Priestess, okay? And so really trusting your intuition at this point, and you're really in the zone. She came up in the root of your spread. She is the guardian of the subconscious. Again, I said you rule the subconscious. This is one thing we're going to talk about, Pisces, is Pluto moving into Aquarius. Again, if you saw my monthly reading, I brought this up. This is a 20-year transit, okay? This hasn't happened since 1776. This is a once-in-a-lifetime transit, and this is going to be very big for you, okay? It's moving into your 12th house, all right? So this is you. I mean, so much duality here, but listen, it's basically when it's in the root of your spread, especially looking at your entire spread here, just being really rooted into your, spirituality, think about what that means for you, but also your intuition. Just, she comes out when she says, I need you to really go deep. That's where all that deep sacred knowledge is, okay? It's going beyond. You can even see the Book of Torah, the Book of Law in her lap, right? It's half covered, okay? And it's because it's like you really have to go beyond the material realm at this point, and that's really just going within, all right? Going within, and I really love that. Now, listen. Boom, you got the Seven of Cups in your future. So, Pisces, it looks like there is going to be opportunities coming through, many different opportunities, but the main message is you really need to know what you want, okay, at this point. And I don't think that, the energy that I'm getting is that you do know, and that's really great. Look at all this intuitive energy. I mean, like, I don't even need to clarify anything here. This is clear as day, all right? So, what it actually is when you know what you want, really go for that. Don't be distracted, okay? I know Neptune is your ruling planet, and Neptune is, it's an interesting planet. It's an outer planet. I mean, we can't see it with a visible eye. It's all the way out there. It does, its orbit is really long, but listen, Neptune is active in the beginning of the week, all right? So really go for what you want, what you desire, and put all your energy toward that, all right? Whether it is in relationships, whether it is in career, whether it is, look at the cups. They're all very different, okay? You have beauty in one, you have success in one, you have, they're all different. Not all of them are great. There's a snake coming out of one. So you really have to just know what you want at this point. But it does look like, because it came in your future, it looks like you will have opportunities, and just know where you want to put your energy, okay? And it looks like you'll be fine because you have all this intuitive energy. Oh my goodness. Your reading is amazing. All right, Pisces, let's get to your staff. Now, If you like this reading, by the way, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. You know I love your comments. I love hearing from you. If you're not a commenter, I love emojis. I love the most random ones because I'm an Aquarius. So I was like, I love, like, I didn't even know that existed. Like, I love having those moments. And then secondly, if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. You really make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am very grateful and I really appreciate it. So Pisces. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, Pisces. You're good. This is going to be a week for you. I really want you to treat yourself, and it looks like you're going to be having something to celebrate. Let's go ahead and get started. You got the Three of Swords, okay? Now, this came up in the first, this is the first card in your staff, and we know this is the heartbreak card. This is the card of grief. This is something that's really impacted you. I want to say emotionally that it's not really coming up in this reading, okay? So it looks like there's something that may have happened for you, or something that happened that really put you in this emotional space. And Pisces, you are tend to be sensitive. You're a water sign, right? So one thing about this card, a lot of people tend to forget, sure, it's a heartache card, it's a heartbreak card, but it is still a sword suit, okay? And swords are the mental suit, all right? So what's happening here is going to start, it's coming up here, and it's really affecting how you see things, all right? So I don't want you to have that moment. I really want you to trust your intuition, trust your instincts, trust in the universe, and trust in the fact that you are the King of Cups. You are the King of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the pair. You have power here in emotion, all right? Actually, looking at your entire spread, it's so interesting because you have 4 Cups cards. Remember, Cups is emotions, intuition, and all that. And then the High Priestess, which is intuition. And that's dominating your spread, and that's so you. It's so you being in your element, in your zone. But it looks like there is something where it may start coming up here if you put too much intensity into feeling, right, and not enough of that balance, right? There's a difference between, they're all connected, right? The emotions, intuition, everything's just connected. But when you put too much focus in one area, you really have to balance things out. That's what life is all about, right? Especially with that duality. It's that equilibrium, okay? And so one thing that I want you to know is that I don't want you to get to the point where if you have this new goal, or if there's something that you really, really want, and you're in this position where I don't know what I really, really want, because remember, that's your future. You have to really focus on the thing that's going to bring you that joy, the thing that you're going to really connect with. Don't let this get up here, okay? Just don't let this get up here. This is just saying that there is it's almost like a lens into what's happening, how you're seeing things right now this week, and there may be something that you will have to, you may have a heart-aching moment, I'm not gonna lie, especially with that 8 of Cups in your challenge area, something that you have to leave behind, something that you're gonna have to go through. And remember, that full moon in Virgo had a really strong impact, and it was a very powerful full moon, coupled with this Saturn moving into your sign. So big changes, right? And so here, this is involved with something that you may have to leave behind. But I'm not even getting something like, it's more like when you do it, you'll feel really empowered. All right, that's the message. And for Pisces, I want you to think of it as a scale. For some Pisces, it's going to be something very minor, and for some of y'all, it might be a big thing. Okay, it might be a big thing, maybe like a relationship. If it's, you've been in a relationship for 2 years, 3 years, and you just don't feel anything anymore. Okay, and again, this isn't just related to love. This is also career. Okay, this is also career. All right, it can also be like a BFF. It can be that, remember, like all that activity with Venus and Taurus in your 3rd house with your siblings. Okay, and then when I say siblings, like that soul sister, that your brotherhood. You did get the Knight of Swords in your external influences area. So I really love this for you. All right, this is amazing. I don't know if I made that reference. Well, first of all, I call him Uhtred, son of Uhtred. No one ever gets that reference. So just think of Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Just someone's bold, courageous. Look, he's going into the storm, right? And this is someone, it's a sword suit, okay? And so remember, swords are air, and then the knights are fire, and this is really fiery. So what happens when you put fire and oxygen together? It's like whoosh, right? And so this is someone who's just mentally just in the zone and just ready to charge forward. All right. And so it's really interesting because there's, two messages coming up. One, for some Pisces, there's a disconnect with what's going up here and what's going down here. This is obviously it's affirmed here with the Three of Swords and the fact that you have the Eight of Cups in your challenge areas. So make that connection now. Okay. Make that connection up here and here. Mind, body, soul. Align everything. It's equilibrium. All right. It'll help you move forward. It'll help you move forward. And if there's a new passion you want to pursue, if there's a decision that you have to make, it'll help you move forward. Okay. The second message that's coming through is that there could be someone that actually comes through and really just like really gets you in the zone. All right. So it's a good thing that you have so many amazing, inspiring friends. Think about Bridesmaids, the movie Bridesmaids. Did I make this reference last time? When Kristen Wiig, like in the middle of the movie, like she was so hopeless and she felt so defeated and she wouldn't leave her couch and she lost the dude that she liked and everyone was mad at her. And then it took Melissa McCarthy to come in and just go like, what the WTF? Like, snap out of it. This isn't you. And once she had that moment of clarity, once she had that alignment, once she could see through the fog, she got the guy that she wanted. She got that bakery. Everything worked out, and it just, there could be someone that comes through. That's that Melissa McCarthy for you this week. All right. Now, you also got the Magician. So this is indicating for me, especially with the Ace of Wands in your crown, that you do want something new. You do want something new, all right? And remember what I said, direct that energy where you want to direct that energy. You got the Seven of Cups, all right? Really focus on that one thing that you want the most, okay? Put all your power and energy into it. And if there's a lot of things you want, still focus on that one thing you want the most and then put energy in the other things, then bring those other things in. Okay, now the Magician, the first card in the major, this is really kicking off your journey. All right, this is the power to manifest the things that you want, and you can see that he has all the tools of tarot at his disposal. He has a sign infinity over his head. All right, infinite possibilities. This is a card of action though. Okay, I want you to remember that this is a card of action. Now this is really interesting because when I say direct that energy, all right, where do you want to direct it? He has the Pentacles, he has the Cups, he has the Swords, he has the Wands. Where do you want to direct it? Okay, you think about that for yourself, Pisces. Is it this relationship? Is it money and wealth? Is it intuition? It's spirituality. Like, where do you want to direct that energy and make it grow? Okay. Now, what's really interesting? Again, I said this is a very active card. This is very active oriented. Very, very active. Now, what's really interesting? This is the last week that is it the last week? It is the last week that Mars is in Gemini, and that is in your fourth house, and that's your domestic sector, like your foundations of life. So relationships, okay, home related matters, all right, even family and whatnot. And so for a lot of y'all, it may be something that you want to direct in that area. Okay, now look at you in your final outcome. This is really amazing because you got the Four of Wands, which is celebration, joy, success. This is, milestone energy, all right? And this has a lot to do with home. This has a lot to do with home. This is getting engaged, getting married. This is getting a proposal, right? Or even moving into a new home or moving in with a partner, having that moment where you move in with a partner that you've been seeing for a long time, all right? Or having children or, this, again, milestone energy. So it's not limited to home. It's interesting because there's a lot of activity happening with home with you with that Mars and Gemini energy, but this is also getting a new job, starting a new career. This is just think milestone, all right? And it came in your final outcome. This is an amazing spread for you. This is an amazing spread for you. So you really claim it. This is an amazing spread. It's so you. It's so Pisces. I love this. But that emotional stability, just having that, hold on to it. Don't let anyone or anything knock you off your throne, okay? Don't let anyone knock you off your throne. Really hone in on that thing that you want, all right? The thing that's going to bring you the most pleasure and joy. And the feeling of like, this is what I wanted my entire life, right? This is what I want to go for. Okay. But it looks like there's a lot of newness you want to bring into your life. And with the final outcome, there's something happening here that you expect a milestone. All right. Expect a milestone coming through. All right. Pisces, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you like this reading, be great if you like, subscribe, and leave comments. And thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week's a big week. Big week. We have all that energy moving into Aries. Oh my goodness. We have so much. The new moon in Aries, sun in Aries, Mercury in Aries. Remember, Jupiter in Aries, your second house of money and wealth. So you may see a lot of movement there, but don't miss next week. Pisces, I love you. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.